Canada before joining IIT Roper. Her research work has been published in high-quality international journals such as IEEE TMC, TPDS, TC, TCYB, ACM computing surveys, conferences, and book chapters. Her current research include IoT, blockchain, WWAN, software-defined radio networks, and mobile ad hoc networks. So welcome you, ma'am. The floor is open to you now. Please start your talk.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. So first of all, I would like to thank the SRM University, Department of Electrical and Communication Engineering for inviting me for this talk. And also I would like to thank Dr. Sarbani Ghosh and Dr. Pradyut Sankhi for inviting me for this talk. So before starting my talk, I want to share my slide. So today I discussed quality of service over multipath routing in software-defined network. This paper is recently published in IEEE Transaction of TNSC. So this work was done by one of my student, Priyanka Kamboj. So before discussing about this topic, I want to introduce my group and the area where I am working. So currently I have 5 PhD students. So 2 of them recently submitted their thesis, and one of these 5 students, she is now in Alberta, Canada for his doctoral. She received one OVDF fellowship, and 2 students are currently working under me in. So one of Dr. Abni Vyas already received PhD degree in 2021 in wireless body area network. Neeraj and Amit, they both received MS degree. Vivek is working on vehicular ad hoc network. Priyanka is working in software defined network. Today I'll discuss her paper in this talk. Vidushi is working in blockchain and Internet of Things. Sweta is working on air pollution detection using machine learning technique, and Shruti has just started research in IoT, Internet of Things. So these are the outlines of my talk. So first we will discuss some of my research area that I am working now. Then we'll discuss the software-defined network and how the software-defined network is different from traditional network. We'll discuss architecture of SDN network. We discussed one problem and application of this SDN. So first is that what is wireless body area network? My first student received her PhD degree in wireless body area network. So here what we work, we attach some sensor on the body of a person. So suppose in this first picture, I have attached some of the sensor nodes in the body of the person. So you see that generally this wireless body area network, we generally attach the sensor on the body because sometimes also we implant the sensor beneath the skin of the patient. So it is always easy to implant sensor on the body of a patient. And if suppose I have implanted here 8 to 10 sensor, and when the person will walk, this position of this hand will change and the sensor position also will change. So this changes the topology of the network, like the sensor position of this network is continuously changing while walking. If a person is walking, suppose this is a patient and we have attached the sensor on the body of a patient, and because the person is walking or the patient is walking, the sensor position changes continuously. So the already developed or proposed protocols for wireless sensor network is not these these algorithms or protocols which are developed for WSN. These are not suitable for this wireless body area network, because the sensor which we attached generally on the body of a patient, these are very small. The range are very small in this type of networks. So generally, those protocols will not work for this wireless body area network. So many protocols also developed for this type of network. We also developed some of the protocol, and generally in this wireless body area network, it supports two-hop communication. Either it supports direct communication to the coordinator node or the like this mobile node. Generally, the mobile node or smartphone, maybe laptop can be act as the coordinator node in wireless body area network, and they transfer those information to this. All the sensor node receive information from the body, like I'm suppose attached one temperature sensor or heartbeat sensor. So the heartbeat sensor will sense the information from the body of the patient and send those information to the coordinator node. So generally this while sending information to the coordinator node, it supports either one hop distance or it supports two hop distance. So suppose if you'll see this picture here, the quality of signal degrades in sleeping human postures. I have written. So why quality of signals degrades in this posture? One is, suppose I have attached one sensor node on the heart, like near the heart of a patient. So if the patient is sleeping in this position for longer duration of time, and the sensor is trying to send the information collected, the heartbeat rate or some of this patient or any information from this patient, it will obstruct. So the signal will not reach directly to the coordinator node. So if you'll see this picture, we have collected some samples. You will see that some of the links are broken links. But this when the sensor node and the coordinator node are present on the same side of a patient, like suppose same side means this is the coordinator node and this is one sensor node attached. So these are present on the same side of a patient. In such a case, you will not see any broken link. But if the person is while walking, if the person is moving head to the back side, you will see some broken link. So to solve this issue, we proposed 2 or 3 solutions, and another we also did one experiment with that a person is sitting on a chair. We have attached some. If for this case we have used TLSB mode. We have attached that TLSB mode on the one receiver and one transmitter. So this is the, like suppose the laptop is like receiving the signal, and this is the transmitter. This is transmitting signal to this laptop, and we did this experiment like with human subjects here, and we published this paper in Smart Health. So next research area is, like I'm also working on Internet of Things and blockchain. So first one work I want to discuss that this we have implement in our CSE building, computer science building. Here this CSE building is centrally controlled, like you can control the temperature of the all rooms and building centrally. So what happens sometimes in some of your rooms, we have like very low temperature, and in some of the rooms are very high temperature. So what we did here, we try to like keep many sensor nodes in each of the rooms and on the staircase on different floors and check the temperature. But while checking the temperature, sometimes it happens that some of the nodes are not working. So we term that those nodes as defective nodes. And how can you identify if a node is not working in that rooms? that we can identify with the help of, like, if you have Wi-Fi connection, or if it is a centrally connected, and or if the range of these nodes are covered, connected, the range of this node are in the range of the server, then we can directly identify that this node is not working. But here we have huge multi-hop communication, and the range of the sensors are not directly come in contact with the server node. So we use Bluetooth communication, or also you can use this Wi-Fi communication, and we try to identify which node is not working sitting at the server side, sitting at the server. So in this work, we detected the presence of defective IoT node in real time. So we did another work like real-time vehicular air pollution monitoring, like we did another work also, real-time vehicular monitoring system. And also we are working on the blockchain. Suppose like we have huge many IoT devices, and these IoT devices are connected in a smart home, and the smart home is transmitting some information to this cloud. So while transmitting information to the cloud, any intruder can listen whatever information we are transmitting to this node. So in such a case, like you can, we use this blockchain and we prevent this. The next is we are also working on vehicular ad hoc network. In vehicular ad hoc network, if you will see that here we have one RSU, roadside units, and all these vehicles are connected to these roadside units. So when all these vehicles are connected to these roadside units, they are requesting some information to this roadside unit. Maybe it may be the traffic information, that whether the road is jammed or not. So if you'll see that in the second figure, this is one RSU1 and this is RSU2. The RSU stands for roadside unit, and these vehicles are requesting some data from this roadside unit. So this roadside unit is overutilized and this roadside unit is underutilized. So the battery power or the energy supply for this roadside unit will die faster as compared to this roadside unit. So we try to balance it, and we solve this issue by clustering similar interest, and then we are we provide the answer of the requested data from the RSU. So next is next I will discuss about the software defined networking. So why do we need software defined networking? So what is the need of a new architecture? So generally in our traditional network, this hardware and software are bundled together. So the hardware and software are bundled together in traditional network, and devices in this software defined networking are not function specific. So are not function specific. Like suppose I'm using one smart camera. So I have to download all the software for this smartphone is different. And if I am using one suppose smartphone or smart camera or washing machine or any other IoT device I'm using. So whenever you are downloading any information from the traditional network, we need that software, and it is that device specific. So each device has to be configured individually in case of the traditional network. So we do not have any centralized management in case of the SDN. And sometimes we need high bandwidth demand, and some application needs low bandwidth. So these requirements we cannot fulfill this requirement using this traditional network. So because of that, the software defined networking is developed, and in software defined network, each device has to be in a centralized network. Each device has to be configured individually in a traditional network or centralized network. Whereas in case of SDN, it provides programmability to the network. You can, like here, if you see that this is device specific, so we need specialized application, we need specialized control plane for this particular device. Whereas in software defined networking, we have a central control plane, and we have many number of networking devices are connected to this control plane, and this control plane will control all these devices, and with respect to this control plane is also handling different application. So this side is known as northbound API, and this side is known as open flow control, where we are controlling this open flow switches. So what are the main components of this SDN architecture? Generally, the main components of this SDN architecture is this data layer and the control layer. So what happened here, the main idea is to separate the network intelligence and place it in an like external entity known as controller. So what is the use of this? What is the use of this controller here? Like the centralized controller, it provides a global view of the network and it yields an improved network utilization. So the controller deploys different policies such as flow rule, a network for on network devices for traffic management. Similarly, the open flow controller, this open flow protocol, it is used for the communication between the data plane and the central control plane. So the open flow protocol is used for communication between the data plane and the control plane. The SDN controller, it interacts with the flow table with the help of secure channel, with the help of the secure channel, and which is used in the open flow protocol. So the controller understands the open flow messages. This controller understands the open flow messages and to communicate and forward the instruction to the data plane elements. So in the data plane, the network devices, in case of this network elements, the switches and routers, these are responsible for processing the packet based on the rule defined by the controller. So this is the SDN architecture, and here this application layer, we can do routing, we can provide security, we can do network monitoring, etc. So this side is known as northbound API, and this side is known as southbound API. So next we'll discuss one problem like quality of service over multipath routing in software-defined networking. This paper is, as I already told her, this is my student paper who had submitted her thesis. And this paper is published in IEEE Transaction on Network Science and Engineering. So first, one introduction, what is this quality of service over multipath routing? Why do we need this multipath routing? We will explain this with the help of one example. So before that, we know that the advancement of this emerging application like online gaming or vehicle to everything, for these reasons we increase the data traffic in the network. The traffic in the network nowadays are very huge. So, and every application needs demands more bandwidth for providing quality of service. So the quality of service requested by these applications, it ranges from high bandwidth to low latency, and we have to provide high reliability to this. So the present internet architecture, this is generally incapable of providing such type of things, and also it is difficult to provide this quality of service to these devices. For this case, we developed one solution. So first we'll discuss one example by how it is affected and what we did in this paper. So first is, suppose here a request is coming with a data rate requirement of 50 megabits per second. So suppose 50 megabits per second, this request arrive at switch A. So whenever 50 megabytes per 50 megabits per second, this data rate is arrived at switch A, we cannot provide we have three path 1, path 2, and path 3 to the server, but you cannot provide this 50 Mbps for this for any of the path. This is 10 megabits per second, this is 30, this is 20. So what we'll do here, we will divide this, we split. Single path routing is not possible here, so we have to split the traffic flows, and then we have to, for this we provide the solution is multipath routing. We will forward this packet in multipath, either in path 2, path 3 or path 1, whatever is requested. So here we have divided, like maybe we are forwarding 20 Mbps to path 3, with path 2 we are providing 30 Mbps, and with path 1 we are providing 10 Mbps. So suppose this is the incoming flow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the incoming flow. So we're sending one flow 6, 3 and 6 in this path, then 1, 4, 5 in this path 2, and we are sending this in path 1. So after, like, suppose we have already sent this 50 Mbps, this bandwidth, to different path. So whenever it will receive by the server, here you will receive out of order sequence of packets. So you may receive packet 1 first, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 2. But the ordering of our packet is 1, 2, 3, 5 is serial order. So what we'll do, we have to again reorder this flows. So algorithm, so we need one algorithm for reordering subflow. So what we did here, we first need algorithm for splitting traffic flow, then we need another algorithm for routing the subflow, and then we need algorithm for reordering the subflows. So we propose scheduling scheme to enable multipath routing, formulate mean cost routing problem, and propose a greedy heuristic approach. Greedy heuristic approach here. We design a flow. We formulate a mean cost routing problem and propose a greedy heuristic approach to find the solution for quality of service routing problem in SDN. We design a flow reordering scheme for the received subflow through the multipaths. So what we did here, we formulate our problem like this. The set of path PF for flow F is described as P1, P2, Pn, etc. The path needed for distinct flow has to satisfy the following constraint. Like suppose this F SPL represents the splittable flow, and this pi P, it represents the binary variable that represents whether the P is chosen for a particular flow or not. Suppose if you will consider this, then whether I will choose this path or this path or this path for my flow. So the next is generally our algorithm, first we handle this in packet in handler, then we flow speed manager is needed, then path selector, then routing module we have implemented, and then reordering mechanism we did this. And we implement this in these RU models application. So our first problem is flow splitting. So how we will split the flow? For that, we have associated, each flow is associated with the weight. The weight of the traffic associated with each path has been computed dynamically based on this algorithm WUV, and like flows are coming here, and random we have used one random number generator, and we have assign that much probability, and we splitted the flow in different bucket using these weights. Then we have decided the like cost function. How can you select the routing path? So for this, we try to select the shortest path routing issue, and whenever for that we have used one cost function, and we measure the using by using this cost function, you can define that which path you will select with, and we try to select the shortest path using this less cost function. Using this cost function. So we have formulated our optimization problem. I'm not explaining this equation here. So for, as I said, that we need 3 algorithms. First, one algorithm is multipath routing path. Another algorithm we need for the bandwidth allocation. So what we did, we first try to split the flow, and after splitting the flow, we using this random number generator, we assign the probability to which path we are assigning this flow. And for that also we have used one cost function, and using that cost function, we decided that whether we will transmit this flow to which path. So this I'm not explaining again. So this is the algorithm for this, that to 3 requirement. So then next flow detection and recovery. So for how can we like implement this algorithm? For this, we use this at MPLS topology and GoodNet topology. And this is the simulator. We use Mininet emulator and RYU SDN controller. We use this at MPLS topology and GoodNet topology. And we use 25 switches in this at MPLS topology and 17 switches in GoodNet topology. Similarly, we use 57 link and 31 in GoodNet. Number of flow we have used 50 to 50. Bandwidth, flow bandwidth, these are 0.30 to 0.60 kbps we have used. Packet sizes we have used 94 to 698 bytes. So what we did, we compared our proposed approach with other benchmark scheme. One is multipath SDN, priority-based dynamic multipath routing, and also we compare it with multi-constraint optimal path MCOP architecture. So what we have seen that our proposed approach, average throughput of our proposed approach is better than the other technology. Like we have 250 flows. So if you'll see that, if you'll see here 250 flows, this 250 flows, the proposed approach achieves higher network throughput like 7%, 18%, and 27% with this technology like MCOP, MCOP, MPSDN, and PDMR. Similarly, with this GoodNet topology. So our average packet loss, it is in percentage. This average packet loss is also like lesser in our case, in our proposed approach as compared to the other approaches in both the topology. So end-to-end delay also is better in our case. It's very less compared to the other topology. So what are the practical application of this SDN or software-defined networking? You can use this software-defined networking in 5G network. In this 5G network are broadly categorized into three aspects. One is enhanced mobile broadband, ultra reliable and low latency communication, massive machine type communication. So the proposed scheme is beneficial to support such high bandwidth requirement while considering the delay requirements. So in 5G, we generally it will provide high bandwidth requirement and it will give good quality of service. So in IoT network also you can use this SDN network. The proposed scheme, it can be used to meet the deliver diverse quality of service requirement for IoT application. For example, when you are using video conferencing, when you are using autonomous vehicle, when you are using smart healthcare system, etc. So in conclusion, we propose a flow scheduling algorithm for this multipath technology to balance the network traffic and to provide better quality of service to the end user. The proposed multipath router scheme, it reduces the quality of service, violated flow, end-to-end delay, and it increases the average throughput. So in future, you can also like extend this work to in different direction. Like the proposed scheme, it considers the high bandwidth requirement of EMBB application. I have shown you 3 applications. So we have our scheme is applicable to this EMBB application, but we have not considered the other 2 applications like URLLC and MMTC application. So we can extend this work to this type of application also in future. So thank you for inviting me for this talk. And if you have any question, you can ask me.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a really informative and inspiring speech. So the floor is open to participants. If anyone having any question. Okay, it seems no one is having any question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So Yeah, if anyone having any question, they can directly send mail to ma'am, and as per ma'am's availability, she will reply. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for your precious time.
Thank you.
Not sure.
multimedia expert on the continuing app. Due to your laptop charging only. Never did there for there is no child, no parents, no nothing. How they will come? That's why they don't tell them that one. They don't feel like. But for meals now, everyone coming here. But India now, India only here. Without continuously rain, you cannot survive. No one in like participant. Zero. I have to say, not after middle gap, you can zero the close the right side, what you call. You will call it maybe that you will call it. I don't know about the I find on error, you can another. Yeah. I don't know. I can't. I don't think you want to. You can't do that. Message. Here, just control the type of control. No, para that, control that. Yeah, Mr. Type of and output level. Yes, ma'am, all of that. Yeah, you this project. This is very strong. Right, ticket to article frequency.
Still timing. Yeah. Good evening, all. So, welcome you all, session 3, Women in Devices, Circuit and System. So, today we have a speaker, Dr. Takako Hashimoto from Japan.
Yeah. Hello.
Dr. Takako Hashimoto, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so let me introduce Dr. Takako Hashimoto. And first of all, I want to say the title of her talk is Structuring Topics on Large-Scale Twitter for Discovering People's Perceptions. So let me introduce Dr. Hashimoto. Dr. Takako Hashimoto graduated from the Ochamizu University in Japan and received a PhD degree in computer science, specialization in multimedia information processing from the Graduate School of System and Information Engineering of University of Tsukuba in 2005. She worked at the Software R&D Center of Ricoh Cooperative Limited in Japan for 24 years and participated in development of many software products as a technical leader. From April 2009, she was involved in Chiba University of Commerce. In 2015, she stayed at University of California, Los Angeles as a visiting researcher. She is currently serving as a vice president and professor of the Faculty of Commerce and Economics at Chiba University of Commerce. She has focused on the data mining research and the social media analysis, especially topic extraction from the millions of tweets related to disaster and topical problems like COVID-19. She served as a board member of the Database Society of Japan. She is a chair of IEEE Japan Council from 2021 to 22 and board of governor for IEEE Computer Society from 2021 to 23. And also she has served as the past chair of IEEE Women in Engineering from 2015 to 2016. She has been elected as a 2023 to 2024 IEEE R10 director election. In 2019, she received the IEEE 2019 MGA Larry K. Wilson Translation Award and Fellow of the Information Processing Society of Japan. So, welcome you, Dr. Takako Hashimoto. Please start your talk.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind introduction. So let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, thank you so much for giving me this great opportunity to share my research with all of you. I really appreciate all the organizers of this wonderful conference event, and I thank my friend so here, and yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so already their chair, session chair introduced me, but I would like to introduce myself briefly. Yes, I am Takako Hashimoto, Vice President of Chiba University of Commerce and Research Fellow of the University of Tokyo. And I have several positions in Japanese government, associate member of the Science Council of Japan, and member of National Council for Research and Development, Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications. And also I have a position in JST, Japan Science Mirai programs. And also I am a board of directors of the Database Society of Japan and a fellow of Information Processing Society of Japan. And in IEEE, so the chair already introduced, but I am currently serving as the IEEE Japan Council Chair and also IEEE Computer Society Board of Governors. And yeah, thank you so much. Fortunately, I was elected as the IEEE Region 10 Director-elect 2023 and 24. So thank you so much for your support for my election. I'm so happy to be the Region 10 Director-elect, and I would like to work together, all of you. Okay, this is my presentation outline, and yeah, so I would like to talk about our research motivation and also introduce our original technique, the microclustering technique. And I would like to introduce our method for detecting people's perceptions from large-scale Twitter. And I would like to conclude my talk. So, and motivation, so research motivation. So we are now facing an era in which people live and work while generating, creating large-scale data. So every single moment we are creating large-scale data. So everyone. So, and data is being generated massively and is available almost in real time. So therefore, social media analysis research is very important, becoming important. So in our society to detect the people's perceptions, analyze the people's reactions. And as you know, social media is one of the most influential media, and especially Twitter. So more than 300 million users with 500 million tweets a day. And we could have the various perceptions on different topical issues, such as disaster and the COVID-19 pandemic. So therefore, we would like to develop automatic topic extraction from large-scale tweet to understand people's perceptions. So for the topical problems. So especially our target is disasters. So the Japan earthquake or COVID-19 pandemic. So these are very severe disasters for us, and analyzing people's reactions for such disasters is very important, we believe. And so I would like to introduce our original technique, microclustering by data policing. So, and detecting analyzing the large-scale data, so clustering technique is very important. But existing clustering technique is sometimes it's not good for analyzing the large-scale data. So scalability is very important, especially for analyzing social media data. No, but current technology techniques are sometimes not good for large-scale data. And our technique is now solving such problems. And our technique is kind of micro-clustering. So, and we call this data policing. Data policing is originally developed by Professor Uno. He is one of the very famous professors in Japan. So he algorithm development, and he is a very excellent professor, so to develop the effective algorithm. And this is a kind of the network graph community detection. I would like to introduce in detail and a bit. So this is a data policing is a part of maximal click enumeration. So maximal click is a complete graph. So complete graph like this, and like this. So, and extracting complete graph click is one of the most popular method for detecting community from the network graph. And however, the maximal click enumeration has a problem. So if, for example, if we have this kind of network graph, so we could have this click and this click and this click and this click. So actually we can have exponentially many maximal clicks. So exponentially many maximal clicks can exist. So therefore, so maximal click enumeration has computational problem. So therefore, our technique our technique improved this problem. So our technique can provide the good performance. So, and our technique is like this. This is a concept graph. Oh, sorry. So, and so if our technique actually will change the structure of network graph. For example, if we have this kind of graph, so we can see this purple node share 4 neighbors, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this in such sense, so these 2 nodes are sharing the common nodes. So we set the threshold, and if we can find the similar nodes that have similar common neighbor nodes, so we add edge like this. And for example, and also for these 2 nodes, we add edge like this. So we add edge like this, so we could have just one maximal click. So adding edge, or sometimes we delete edge if the node do not share the common node, so we can delete edge. So we sometimes add edges or delete edges, so we can reduce the number of maximal clicks drastically. So this is a very important improvement, and we can reduce the computational time, computational load, so to enumerate maximal clicks. And for example, if we have this kind of complicated graph, but by adapting the data policing, so we can have these clear clicks and clear clusters, communities. So this is a very useful, effective technique to reduce the number of maximal clicks and reduce computational time. So allows data policing allows to employ a simple, fast maximal click enumeration algorithm. And it can drastically reduce the number of clicks and drastically reduce the computational time. So this is our technique, and using our technique, we can have the very meaningful and useful clusters from large scale Tweet network graph. And last year, in my paper, we did another improvement. So we decided to unify isomorphic nodes, so whose neighbor set are almost same and into single node. So it is also very good improvement, and we can reduce the number of nodes. For example, so if the one node is one tweet, so therefore tweet nodes that share the same bag of words, almost same bag of words, were unified into a single node. So this is a very simple improvement, but by this improvement, we can reduce the number of nodes, and we can reduce the number of maximum clicks as well. So this is also very useful improvement, and we can reduce computational time again. And utilizing microcluster by data policing, so we can have such microclusters has the following characteristics: and quantity, and independence, and coverage, and granularity, and reproducibility. So these are problems that the existing clustering algorithms have, but to solve such problems, so we propose the data policing now. And the performance evaluation, we evaluate this performance, our proposed technique performance, by comparing with 5 existing algorithms: LDA, K-means, mean shift, agglomerative clustering, and data policing. So, and according to our experiment, so we found that our proposed algorithm outperforms existing method. So, and actually, please note that we have 2 versions of data policing. So here is the original one, developed by Professor Uno, and this is the improved version. So improved in my paper, and so actually the improved data policing was really good. And anyway, these data policing algorithms outperform existing method. So, and another point is our algorithms are working on the standard PC. We don't need the specific PC, so high spec PC, we don't need. We just need a standard PC and Mac Mini and so on. So this is another point. So our method algorithms can work on the we do not need special PC. Okay. So, and using our original technique, we are now developing a method to detect people's perceptions from large-scale Twitter. I would like to show several examples, method in our research project. Okay, the first one is a burst decomposition. So burst decomposition is anyway decompose the burst. So you can see that this is the number of tweet graph over time series tweet graph. So the horizontal axis shows the time and vertical axis shows number of tweet. So for example, if once the topical problem happened, a lot of people posted tweet about such problem. And sometimes we can see bursts like this. And so we can see there are several bursts here. And this is a very simple approach. So basic approach to understand, to analyze the Twitter data. So anyway, we should count the number of tweets that include specific words. So for example, company name or earthquake or COVID-19 vaccine and so on. And we can understand what something happened, but just looking at this graph, so we cannot understand why this burst happened. So therefore, our technique, utilizing our technique, we decompose these bursts. So, and this figure briefly explains our technique. So first we gather data, Twitter data. So by collecting tweets, that include certain keywords such as company name or earthquake, COVID-19. And step A, so we count the number of tweets over time. And in each time slot, or normally we set the 30 minutes as one time slot. And this graph shows the time series of number of tweets about the target topic. Then if that topic becomes popular, so we can see the burst like this. And we then create the sequence of tweet word metrics using morphological analysis technique. So we select one target burst. If we would like to decompose this burst, so during this time period, so we make tweet word metrics. So we can collect the tweet during this time period, and we make tweet word metrics. So tweet and word. So okay, and according to this tweet word metrics, we make the similar tweet graph. Each node shows one tweet. So one tweet can be one node, and if two nodes are using the similar word, so we can add link. So this graph shows a similar tweet graph for this target burst. And then we adapt the data policing if two nodes share common neighbor nodes. So we add edge, or if they two nodes do not share any common nodes, so we delete the edge. And we can have the microclusters, clear microclusters from these bursts. And each microcluster consists of the tweet, and each tweet has the timestamp data. According to timestamp data, each microcluster can show like this, the kind of time series data. So this is our technique to decompose the burst. So for example, we can, for this target burst, so we can decompose this target burst like this. So each line shows the microcluster, okay, microcluster. And then this, for example, this target burst, so we can decompose this burst like this, and this target burst, so we can decompose this. So, and we can understand the kind of the cause of the target burst. So what was any reason? What was the reason of this target burst for target burst? And so, for example, so this for this, so we can see the target burst consists of these microclusters and this kind of the subburst, and we can understand this number 3 microcluster was one of the most important reason for causing this burst. So this is very important findings and to understand the people's perceptions or reactions for the target topic, and decomposing the burst is very important. And another point is topic diversity, and this was accepted by Journal of Supercomputing last year. So, and this is we focused on the diversity, actually, namely the number of microclusters for explaining the healthy or unhealthy for the target topic. And for example, the structure on the right. So actually, this structure consists of the 2 big microclusters, and number of clusters, microclusters is very low. So this shows, so a lot of people tweeted a similar tweet, and people's opinions were so biased. So this, we think this is a low diverse situation and biased situation. On the other hand, on the left, structure on the left, so can be thought of as a diverse structure with a lot of clusters. So where people have many opinions and are not biased. This is a highly diverse situation. So this is a kind of healthy situation and non-biased situation. So this kind of the diversity is very important. And we think the number of clusters is one of the important features for topic structure. So, and we call this diversity measure. And actually, so generally speaking, if number of tweet is larger, number of microcluster is also larger, should be also larger. However, and this figure shows the log-log scatter plot. So, and horizontal axis shows the number of tweet, and vertical axis shows the number of clusters. And each circle represents a time slot. So one time slot. And if the in a time slot, if the number of tweet is larger, so number of clusters should be larger. So there between number of tweet and number of clusters, so we should see the linear relation like this. However, sometimes we observe the low diverse situation. For example, like this. So number of tweet is larger, but number of cluster is not so large. So this is a low diverse situation, and we sometimes observe this kind of situation, low diverse situation. So, and actually low diverse situation, in low diverse situation, we can see the fake news. And this is one the example for low diverse situation. So fake news, rumor. There was a rumor during the East Japan Great Earthquake occurred in 2011. So almost 10 years, more than 10 years ago, we had a very severe earthquake. At that time, we had a fake news, the oil complex explosion in Chiba Prefecture. So oil complex explosion was fake news. Actually, oil complex was on fire, but not exploded. But the fake news about oil complex explosion spread immediately after the earthquake. So, and a lot of people were affected by this fake news. And it was a very serious problem. It caused a very serious problem in the society. And actually, so at that time, once the oil complex was on fire and fact tweet were posted, and immediately after, rumor spread. And while spreading rumor, the situation was low diverse, so showed low diversity. And then after that, the people was aware that it was fake news. So, and a lot of people collected this fake news and actually tried to post their tweet to collect fake news in many ways, so in many expressions. So therefore, while collecting fake news, the diversity became higher. So after that, so the topic fake news disappeared. So this kind of the topic life cycle we can observe by our method, and this is very useful to understand what kind of the reaction or fake news occurred after the disaster. And of course, we examine the patterns of different topic diversity, and non-rumor topics, we observe the topic diversity is highly correlated with the number of tweets. But results suggest the power law relationship between topic diversity and number of tweets. But for rumors, we can see low diverse situation, as I mentioned. So topic diversity can be considered to represent an uncertain situation, such as a rumor. And another method is two-stage clustering. This was accepted big data last year. And this is a combination of microclustering and time series clustering. So once we adopt the data policing, the microclustering, and then we actually, each microcluster has time series data like this. And according to these time series data, we adapt the time series clustering. So this is a combination of the two types of clustering. So by using this method, we can have the clusters. So with clusters that have similar meaning and also similar time series, time patterns. So this is a very useful to understand the time series reaction over time, people's reaction over time, and because according to their meanings. And actually, there are a lot of time series clustering technique, but in this paper, we utilize the K-special centroid technique, but we can utilize other time series clustering technique. And then in our experiment, so actually we targeted the over 26 million tweet. So, and actually very big data. And we targeted the Japanese tweet, including word vaccine in Japanese. So we tried to analyze people's reactions for COVID-19 vaccine in Japan by our method. And by our method, so we can extract the three types of people's perceptions according to time series, time series patterns. And type A is reactions to breaking news. Type B is reaction to other people's tweet, and other reaction, type C. So this A is a reaction to breaking news. It's a cluster with sharp peaks like this. And this is a reaction to the official news released by government and TV broadcaster and so on. And in type A, the reaction to the breaking news, such as minister in charge of vaccine has been appointed, was extracted. People reacted this news once, but not so any long. So this kind of just one reaction is a breaking news reaction to breaking news. And type B is a reaction to the other people tweet. So interesting tweet or news articles that people have tweeted to diffuse them. So it is clustered with several peaks that are not so high. In type B, we could find the reaction to the new buzzword, such as Back Tintin is a new buzzword generated by Twitter user in Japan. So this kind of the new concept or new words were detected by our method. So this is also very interesting result in our experiment. And type C, it does not have prominent peaks and seem to show the very small reactions. But actually in type C, we could find the rumors such as Pfizer vaccine kills people and so on. So this is also another important reaction, and we should explore more in more detail. Okay, and this last one is the latest work in our project, and this is also COVID-19 vaccine reaction, so public opinion in Japan, and over 100 million vaccine-related tweets posted by 8 million users. And this is and this is a graph. This graph shows the number of vaccine. This is a top tweet. Type graph A is a number of the vaccine-related tweets per day written in Japanese. And also this red line showed the fraction of the fully vaccinated population in Japan between January 1st and the end of October last year. And also this graph B shows the daily incident, new cases of COVID-19 in Japan. And the vertical lines include 4 main events during the study period. And actually, number 1 shows the number 1, 2, 3, 4 shows the event in Japan. Number 1 shows launch of the COVID-19 vaccination campaign for essential workers, for kind of doctors and nurses and so on. And number 2, launch of vaccination for elderly population. And number 3, launch of vaccination for general population, so under 65 years old. And number 4, the period of Tokyo Olympic Games. And very interestingly, the number of tweets is very related to the new cases of COVID-19. And also, we analyzed the topics from these large-scale tweets, and we extracted the 4 types of topics: personal issue, talk about personal things, and reaction to breaking news, and reaction to politics, and reaction to conspiracy and humor. And actually, at first, the vertical line is percentage of tweet. So for these 4 types of topics. And actually, at first in January, so yeah, the personal issue and breaking news reaction are almost same ratio. However, the people's attention shifted to personal issues. So the ratio of personal issue was increased according to the vaccination campaign. So once vaccination campaign was effectively implemented, so people's attention or reaction, perception shifted to personal issues like this. And this kind of the topic was really effective to encourage people to take vaccines. This is also very important, and civic engagement on social platform, social media, Twitter, contributed to reducing anxiety on COVID-19 vaccine. And they're actually speeding up vaccination through social learning and support. So this, fortunately, this work was accepted by the Journal of Medical Internet Research. So this is one of the top journal about the medical research. Yeah, and it is very important findings, we think. Okay, and the conclusion. So we today I introduced our research for detecting people's perceptions from large-scale Twitter, and our technique is microclustering, data policing technique, and our technique is already open source. We opened our source code. So if you are interested in our technique, please contact me. So I would like to share the URL of our technique. And I introduced there are several methods for detecting people's perceptions by structuring the topics from Twitter using our original technique. And of course, this project is undergoing. So we adapt other social media data in several languages. So our technique is language independent. Once we can get the bag of words from tweet, so we can create tweet graph. And after that, so we can analyze the such graph. So actually language independent technique. So therefore we plan to adapt our technique in several languages. And and this is also very important to increase well-being in our society. So understand people's perceptions is very important especially on social media, so internet media. So therefore we would like to improve our technique more and more to realize, to contribute to well-being society. Okay, thank you so much for your attention, and hope to work together, all of you. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you, Dr. Hashimoto. Indeed, it was a really informative, interesting, I can say timely topic. So definitely this method of clustering will help to overcome many societal problems after understanding the behavior of behavior of their groups. So thank you so much for taking this important topic. So the floor is open to participants now if you have any question. Okay, Dr. Hashimoto, it seems no participant having any question. So thank you so much for sparing your precious time with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you. Thank you.
Thank you.
No need to welcome. There will not be no need to welcome. Directly you can go for the talk. Okay. Here is the list. No need to welcome. Just ask the answer to address. Starting. Okay. Welcome is excluded. This one only.
Okay, just address.
Just address. Welcome is excluded. Okay. And this is the person available.
Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let's give a huge round of applause and thanks to everyone who made this event successful. These 4 days are full of enthusiasm and were quite informative. Now, I would like to invite on stage Professor B.V. Babu, Dean Sees, to speak few words and address the room.
The head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Dr. Vaddi Ramesh, and the conveners, Dr. Pradyut and Dr. Nanda, faculty colleagues, participants, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy that all the efforts that have been put in for the past 3 to 4 months by the organizing team has come to fruition. And I heard that it has been a grand success and a lot of useful deliberations have been happened during the entire 3 days of conference. And I'm sure that whatever discussions that have happened will lead to help the policymakers to come up with better decisions in implementing whatever suggestions that have come up, because this being a very important area, I'm sure that it will help all the stakeholders who are directly or indirectly concerned with the outcome of this conference. I once again congratulate all the organizing team members and also thank all the participants who have come from various parts of this country. I'm sure that all the participants have a good experience of interacting with each other, and also they might have enjoyed the hospitality that has been provided by SRM University AP. If there are any flaws, I take the complete responsibility. Forgive us. If there is anything good that you have in terms of experience, the whole credit goes to the organizing team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Ramesh Vaddi, Head of Department ECE, to give his insight on EPIC 2022.
Hello. Good evening, all of you. Uh, our Dean, School of Engineering and Sciences, Professor B.V. Babu, my dear faculty, colleagues, my dear students and participants from various colleges. So we are very happy to see the overwhelming response for our first international conference on EPIC, and we feel that it is a great success, and speakers from very renowned speakers have given the deliberations on this very key area on electronic and photonic circuits, okay, and the photonic integrated circuits. So we find that it is very going to be helpful for the researchers or undergraduate students and MTech and researchers. They have got new directions and in this domain. So, and more details about the event will be given by our conveners, Dr. Pradyut Senki, in the in the concluding things. And so I wish all the best for all of you, and would like to see more such events happening in our department, and will definitely thank the university management for this support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your knowledgeable words. Now, let's welcome Dr. Divya Chaturvedi, Session Chair of Women in Circuits, Devices and Systems.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to say we have successfully conducted 3 days international conference on electronics and photonics integrated circuits. So I would like to speak brief about the session which I have chaired. Myself and Dr. Sunita both combinedly have chaired the session. We have chaired the session on 3 days, means 3 sessions on total 3 sessions, and 1 session each day on women in devices, circuits and systems. So totally there were 3 sessions in which there were 2 speakers will be for each session. So first day speakers were from IIT Madras. First speaker, Dr. Shanti Bhattacharya from IIT Madras. Second speaker, Dr. Sarvani Basu from BITS Pilani. Second day speaker, Dr. Chetna Singh from IIT Ropar, and the other speaker, Dr. Ekanshi Bhattacharya from IIT Madras. Third day speaker, Dr. Sujata Pal from IIT Ropar, and the last speaker of today, Dr. Takako Hashimoto from Chiba University, Japan. So all the sessions went very smoothly without any hassle. We have conducted everything, like all the session in this went very, very well, and the feedback of participants also very encouraging. And also, hopefully we will conduct this conference next year physically, and we will involve a more number of women and research scientists, that too from from research, PhD, PG, as well as UG category. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Gautam Rana to speak his mind on summer sessions.
Yeah, so good afternoon all. So there might be a very tiring session for all of the participants because we itself, when we started how about figuring out what sort of a conference we want to have. So we had a lots of brainstorming, and the problem with electronics, I don't know how many of you might be knowing that it's a vast range of areas we deal with. So in our department itself, we have faculties from all sectors. So that's why when we started thinking about the conference, conceptualizing it, so we had a problem that we go it with a very narrowed down field specific, or we do it with a generalized one. So, and the problem with generalized one is that people doesn't take it seriously. So what came out? So we finally thought, okay, so if a bouquet is there with different colors of flowers, then it looks very good. So we think that if we have to do it, we have to do it in a way that all flavors of electronics should come into it, and all flavors should be in its peak form. So it should, that's why we actually arranged this conference in such a way. And the problem with us, we had to also deal with time. So we didn't have much time. So 2-3 months is a very short time for this kind of a conference. And I definitely would like to thank Swagata and Dr. Pradyut for their relentless efforts in making this a really great success, along with all our colleagues who make this doesn't look like a non-serious business. Definitely, we could organize in such a short span of time with the help of management and full backup from our Dean sir or VC sir, everyone. So we could arrange such a conference where we have 22 invited speaker, only just two faculty, two senior professors who could not give their talk because of technicalities, technical issues, but definitely, but 20 others, 20 professors gave their talks. We had tracks from industry to women in device. We had tracks, parallel tracks in 10 different tracks. So we had to club two to each. So so we finally came up with 5 parallel sessions. So it is really are overwhelming to see such a response. We could gather within this short span of time, like we first invited papers only in September, and by this December we were having 65 good quality submissions. And if I'm saying good quality, really they are out of in the standards of anywhere to compete. Though they can compete anywhere. So so that's, I think, is what my previous speakers mean by achievement as a success. So I think if this is the first time, we can have the confidence that second time, whatever mistakes or whatever shortcomings were there, we'll definitely overcome it, and second time will be much better. We'll try it obviously with a full physical mode, but after this COVID, so it's very difficult to now have a full physical mode. So we'll definitely try to do it next year, but more or less we can count this as our success. And I will not make you wait more for my Lingard talk. So you all already waited, had waited and attended very patiently with I guess it might have ignited a little bit of new ideas, new thoughts, what world is going through in be it industry or be it top class researchers from like a Nobel laureate or a MIT professor, or all top IITs or national research institutes. And there are special mentions to be done for the Young Researcher Forum. So like the postdocs, the current research trends, what they are recently doing across the globe. So definitely this this session was completely online because none of them could manage, but next year definitely we'd like to have it physical. So with this, I would like to thank all the organizing members. Special thanks to all the volunteers, specifically the PhD scholars. They with their relentless of effort, we could make it happen. So thank you all. So
Thank you so much, sir, for your words. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Udyan Bakshi to speak on startup session.
This is better. Thank you so much. Respected Dean Sir, HOD Sir, all the faculty champions, education leaders and leaders of my future, our future. Very good evening. It takes me immense privilege and pleasure to be in standings, sharing the dais with, I think, the India's best, world's best that I have been seeing. I just would like to ask one question. What is that similarity in between the Big Bang as a theory, the Olympics, or the combustion engine? You see that bikes, mopeds, this is a combustion engine, not the battery wala. What is the similarity? Come on, just now I said, no? All my brilliant students, what is the similarity? Okay, you want to say it? The similarity is probably from outside we cannot see in the combustion engine, but every time the engine needs to move, there is a big bang inside, right? There is a combustion, there is a blast, isn't it? Of oxygen and the fuel, and that propels. In the Olympic also we'll see someone is jumping, hopping, relay race, but not. Every time it is happening, it is setting a benchmark for the entire mankind as a civilization. Okay, this is what we have achieved and this is the next benchmark, right? And what is the third thing that I said? Olympics, Big Bang. Big Bang is again that blast. For expansion, we need that blast, right? And for the last 3 days, I have witnessed that, right? And it's not just an event. From an outsider, again, it's the engine moving smoothly. But inside, without that blast, it's the display of energy that I have seen. It's the display of passion that I have seen. And I cannot say like 1 or 2 members, the entire, not the department, it's a success for the entire organization. I'll just tell you today, I was having lunch with the faculty members and I saw one of my faculty members with bag eating lunch. Then I went to HOD sir, sir, why this bag and lunch? So HOD sir, he's ever ready. And he's none other than Mr. Pradyut with the bag, Dr. Pradyut. So that is the, and sorry, I came here to speak something else. I'm speaking something else. Yesterday, I was talking to all the 35, I think 35 benches, right? Day before yesterday. And I found extremely brilliant ideas that can be taken forward. I would also like to say from the HatchLab point of view, representative as of HatchLab, or like we all are part, in fact, that each venture which has the potential to be taken forward, almost a seed capital that as a part of the policy, I think Dean sir is also there as a part of the policy maker, that minimum of 5 lakh to there is no cap will be invested in those venture seed capital as funding, right? So please take this opportunity forward. Secondly, I would like to say that yesterday regarding the startup, and now coming to the main topic. So there were 2 people from the industry who came. of different dimension, one from the social leadership, another from the technical. Like best in AI, best in blockchain, the other in best in, both have achieved some a level in the society and the globe, and they came and interacted. And initially that hall was half tier classroom. Within half an hour, it was full. And trust me, the information they have shared, the interaction that happened between the student, even after the hall, I found almost 15, 20 students are after, even today morning, they were there in the campus and I found student. If this is not success, then what is success? It's not like a Thanksgiving session. It's not the certificates. It's not what happened. It's a big bang that has been created as a benchmark. This department has created a big benchmark for the rest of the departments and the university to witness. Let's clap for all of us, all our leaders, loudly. What is this? Clap. I feel privileged once again to be a part. Thank you, all of you. And I hope in the near future, this will be 10 times more bigger, powerful, and passionate. Let's cheers for EC department. Kya bolna hai? Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enthusiastic words. Now, I would like to invite Dr. K. Sunita to speak about poster and technical exhibition Jigyasa.
Yeah. A very pleasant evening, everybody over here. So respected Dean Sir, respected head of the department, my dear faculties, my student friends, once again, a very pleasant evening. So it's my privilege to share the highlights of Jigyasa exhibition, our own exhibition, which was conducted as a part of EPIC 2022 on December 15th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So the idea of this conducting of this exhibition, of course, has been seeded from our conveyors, Dr. Pradyut Sankhe and Dr. Swagata. Firstly, I would like to just congratulate you or appreciate you for the same, congratulating for just seeding this idea into us. Then coming to the next with the feedback from the external industry experts that who are sitting before us today, and our respected registrar sir and head of the department, our dean sir has just visited the exhibits, and they have just given a great applause with their own inputs and valuable suggestions. So thank you, sir, for the day to just come and just visit our exhibits. Really, our students got motivated with your extreme presence, both the external industries and industry personalities over here and the dean sir I'm just talking about. Then coming to the number of exhibits, we have a total number of 37 exhibits that has been exhibited in the exhibition, where 2 are from the outside, the rest of all are from the inside. And especially I would like to just say that our department third year students especially, my dear students, I just really appreciate you for the last 2 months, whatever you have worked for these exhibits. I really congratulate you for just coming forward in bringing the exhibits. I would like to just say, I'll just take 2 minutes of our time to just let you know this a small story which was shared by our Honorable Prime Minister when we are at, for some convocation. A student personality, after his engineering graduation, he went to his nani's house, grandfather's house. After going there, the student was just sitting without no work and all. Then the nani was asking like, my dear grandson, why you're sitting? Why can't you go to we have rice mills. Why can't you go and just help us? Then he said like, grandfather, Tata, what you are talking about? I'm a graduate. How can I do all these jobs? Then this old man thought like, okay, fine. Then after 2 days, the grandfather found that this boy is sitting before the cell phone and just playing, that's it. Then he felt like, Nana, if you are not interested in this rice mills or the farms, why can't you go to the kitchen and just help the help your grandmother. He said, kitchen work, me, absolutely no. How can I just do this? I am a graduate. My dear students, engineering or any graduation is not about the degrees for the very sure. It is all about the organizing skills, the exhibitions, however, you just come forward. I think for these 3 days, not these 3 days, I think from the last 1 month, you must have learned time management, how to deal. If you're not getting the output in the project, how to show to your external members all this. Am I right? Yes or no? Yeah, so this is what, just keep learning, keep motivating. That is the main idea of this Jignasa, curiosity, the exhibition, what I mean here. So let me just end up with this. So with all the feedback from the external members and all, we announced that this Jignasa exhibition as a huge hit for the very show. Then I also just openly on this open platform, I would like to just, thank Mr. Udayan Bakshi, our associate director from the entrepreneurship, who came forward to judge our exhibits. At the same time, our professor Gigi sir from the Department of ECE, who has just taken his time to come forward and evaluate our exhibits. The last thing what I just would like to say is, I wish also just thank all our members. See, even though when I'm just representing the exhibition committee as a coordinator, we all the team as a ECE, we have worked all together to just, give this platform to you to come forward to work and all. So again, a hip hip hooray to our ECE department for the very show. Thanking you all. As a last word, we thought that we are motivating you, by to just to make you to come forward to do some exhibits, etc., etc. But at last, what I felt personally is, you made us all 37 teams within 2 months. If you can do this, we can just do wonders and wonders if we keep the same spirits high and we can keep working. So 100% from the Department of ECE, we will just keep having these kind of exhibitions. We let us motivate each other. As a final word, for the very sure, this would not have happened if our Dr. Ramesh ji, the head of the Department of ECE, is the pillar of this exhibition. Please just let's give a big applause to sir also. And that's it from my side. Thank you very much. I know that you are very eager to just looking forward for the prizes. Let us, just keep counting the minutes. We'll just come back to you. Thank you.
Now I would like to call upon Dean sir to give the best oral presentation, to give the award for the best oral presentation.
Before announcing the prizes, I would like to make one more important announcement. In fact, I did mention this in my inaugural speech also, that this conference, is just the beginning, and we are going to go for a series of these conferences. And I'm proudly announcing that International Conference on Electronic and Photonic Integrated Circuits, EPIC 2023, is going to be held at our university. I'm sure that you all are going to be part of that also. And depending upon the success which we had in this conference, we moved to 2023. And I'm sure that it is going to grow and it becomes a regular series, annual conference series. And as you all know, SRM University AP is a very research intensive university, both in terms of the intellectual capital which you have, the faculty members, as well as the quality of the students. In fact, I witnessed the Jigyasa exhibition, which has been coordinated by Dr. Sunita. I was very, very impressed with some of the projects. I'm sure that at least 6 to 8 of those 37 projects have the potential to immediately can be taken to the commercial scale. Now, coming back to the awards. The third place for best paper titled Highly Sensitive Surface Plasmon-Based Refractive Index Sensor in the Optical Communication Band using ZNS PVP layers, authored by Mr. S. Mehta, BITS Pilani, Rajasthan, India. Third place. Is he here? Okay, this is online, okay. And the second place goes to Dr. Bishnu Prasad De from KIIT deemed to be University Bhubaneswar, India, for his paper titled Multi-Objective Binary Catch Form Optimization Framework for Early Detection of Breast Cancer. And the first place goes to Mr. Aniket Dongde from University of Glasgow, UK, for his paper titled DC and RF Characteristics of Buffer-Free ALGAN, GAN, HEMT, and MIS HEMTs using SI3 and 4 passivated MESA sidewall. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you.
Hello. Small announcement. Bas is now leaving. Those who are desk scholar, they can leave.
Yeah, I request our Dean sir to be here to just present the certificates. Also, so head of the department, Dr. Ramesh ji, please come onto the stage. Dr. Prijit ji and Dr. Swagata, can you please come onto the stage? As there are, we are having a time limit, I'm just giving a quick. So for the exhibition, the first prize winners announcement, so we are going to give a cash prize of rupees 5,000 for them. And the first winners is Garikapati Bhagavan, K. Durga Prasad, Harshita from the third year ECE department, team 9. Come on, guys, please make it fast. The second prize winners goes to the cash with the cash prize of rupees 3,500. The names are CH Mohit Syam Sai, B. Bhagwan Hemanath, M. Srikanth Reddy, M. Nageshwar Rao from the Nikela Institute of Engineering and Technology. Please make it fast. Can you please quickly? And the third prize goes to Team 2, Ayan Nashkar, third year from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Come on, let us give a big applause. He is going to just get a cash prize of rupees 2,500. So by seeing the enthusiasm in you guys, after just we have discussed internally, we are just giving some consolidation prizes also with a cash prize of rupees 1,000. So the first consolidation prize, team 14, Chaitanya Shankar, Ramaraju Dattasai, Tirumala Sahib, who are not here. So I'm not going to call the next team. Team 1, Shivam Bhutyani, Vishnu Sharma, Kaustup, Milind Tadas. Please come onto the stage with the consolation prize with rupees 1,000. In the meanwhile, if anyone need to just catch the bus, you can just leave. No, we'll just call you. So the next consolation prize for the team 4, Avinash Bettina, Palampati Revan Sivasai Kumar, and Syed Fazila from ECE third year. So they are rewarded with ₹1,000 for their enthusiastic performance in the exhibition. And the last team for the consolation prize is Chatla Raviteja, Gunda Shenmukh Surya, and Godati Jagadish. Please come onto the stage. Okay, they are absent. Fine. So now I just quickly request the other participants to come onto the stage and just collect their certificates. Team 3, Hima Rajesh, Naga Sumant, Kolla Ajay Kumar, please come onto the stage. Come on, just let us give applause, big applause to the students. Yes. Team 5, Mandagiri Sai Nihar, Sunkalavali Ramasurya Vamsi, Peravali Rahul, please come to collect the participation certificate for this exhibition, please. Quickly, please. Team 6, Kondakalla Vivek, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Kongara Ketan, Hari Krishna, Nunna Karthik. Participation certificate. Team 7, Ankam Rohit Kumar, Daniyala Vamsi, Varun Vallabaneni. Okay. Team 10, Prudvinath, Venkat Srikar, Kartika. Team 12, Mohammad Irkhan, Lasha Subvidi, Sai Pranav Chitta, Bartlas Prashant, please come onto the stage. Next team 13, Durai Gautaman, R.V. Rajkumar, Madhu Hemant, Satvik Kumar. Please come onto the stage. Come on, let us give a big applause. Yuvraj, Nunna Lenadri, Prudvi Krishna team. If anyone is present here, you please come onto the stage to collect for the rest of others also. Team 16 and team 17 are not here. So team 18, I'm just reading about. Putti Ashwini, Harika, Shweta, please come to the stage to collect the participation certificate. If not, team 19, Santoshita, Kirti, and Dhananjay Reddy, please come onto the stage. Let us just give a keep encouraging our friends. Team 33, Krishna Chaitanya, DCK Viranjanailu, Sai Krishna, Rajamohan Reddy. They are from Danikala Institute of Engineering and Technology. They came from so long. Team 35, Aravind, Vanilla, Indraneshri from second year Department of ECE. Please come forward to collect your participation certificate in the exhibition. Next batch, Muva Ashok, Sivasainath, Manoj Kumar from third year Department of ECE. And the last batch for today, Hemachandra Rao, Naidu Sandeep, and Stanley, Nallabolu Stanley. New 3 certificates, just like the later we can change. Just give 3. Team 22, Manashwini and Kamalatmika. Guys, even though we have we have a difficulty with the time span and all, to just encourage, to motivate you, we are actually just fitting this and we are just making this. Already our convener is very, he was saying the time limit and all. Excuse me, Prajit, for this. Just this is only to just encourage our students. She is Manishwini and Kamalatmika. So they're also from third years. So that's it, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, students. Thank you once again. Sir, Prajit, sir, the stage is yours now. Thank you. And a small announcement, the cash prizes will be just sent to your bank very shortly from the organizing committee. Okay, thank you so much.
Hello, good afternoon to all of you. I would like to call upon that participant who physically attended this 3 days EPIC 2022 conference. V. Chandana, Bija Institute of Technology for Women, Enkapadu. Please come. Ms. K. Nikita from the same institute. P. Ashok from RSR Engineering College, Nellore. S.K. Abdul Rahman. M. Mutassar from the same college, RSR Engineering College. K. Ashok Kumar Reddy from the same engineering college. N. Krishna Chaitanya from the same engineering college. And last, C.H. Mahesh.
Proceed. Sir, done. Thank you.
A hearty congratulations to all the prize winners. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Pradyut Kumar Sankhi, the convener of EPIC 22, to speak a few words.
I hope all of you have enjoyed that 3-day conference. That is the front end. Already you have seen. And whether it's a success or not success, I will not comment on that. But I would like to just mention the back end, starting from the name of the conference and merging different diverse field to concise in this epic. And I remember 29th November with the help of our HOD sir and our respected Dean sir, we got approval from the VC office that our international conference. Then we have started our journey from that 29 November 2022. After that, because we are first time organizing this, we don't know how to organize, what to do, then who will give the solution? We discuss with our HOD all the time. He has suggested a lot of things, and his suggestion was confirmed when we discuss with our respected Dean sir. He has continuously guiding us, and not only that guiding, he also provided networks all over the world, how we can able to organize these conference by calling some advisory committee. First we came to know that concept of advisory committee. Without our Dean sir, we are not able to form. Then we first formed our advisory committee for this conference. Then we started inviting people based on the guidelines from our HOD sir. Then we are started talking people, and even most of the people are reluctant to be part of this conference. The question is that this is the first conference. And second question is that we are planning to organize this conference by December. Starting from 29 November. I met Tapan Kumar Gandhi from IIT Bombay. He said, we will support you. You can start. Then I discussed with our Associate Dean, Dr. Ranjit Thapa. He is one of the advisory committee member. He said, it can be doable. You can start working. I will support you for publication of your conference to some journal. You start applying. Then we got some confidence. Even after that also, we are floating. Then we discussed with our department under the leadership of our HOD sir, and then Swagata took it forward. He started working and connecting with different people all over the world, managing a huge network. Lot of people come, and then we boost up. And we have started inviting our Indian speaker from IITs. Once the network managed by Swagata from MIT, from UK, from Italy, from Japan, then our professor from IITs also, they are eager to be a part of this. And it was December, 1st December, I got a mail from David Wineland. He is interested to give a talk, even after his busy schedule in their festival. So then again, I disclosed these things to our department, and all of our department colleagues come together and coherently they supported us. That's what we able to now tell this is successfully executed. Not only that, for organizing this, I met several people I don't know, because my job is to take class. I am dealing with student, but organizing conference, starting from the bus driver, the washerman, cleaning person to VC, we, Sagota and our HOD sir, most of the time deal with them. I am very happy to say, without the help of ITKM support, without the help of communication, without the help of transport team, without the help of all our supporting staff, and above all, our research scholar, they did a brilliant job, because you know that again, span of time, they stopped doing research. They are doing researching where to purchase what the item required for our conference with a less price, because we are also limited budget conference. Our budget is also limited. Then we start working with our research scholar how to accumulate fund from nearby and with so many companies. Most of them, obviously, with a short span of time, they decline. Then from our research scholar, Rajak would be doctor. He took up this challenge. Sir, we will pull that sponsorship. And he did a really great job for our conference. All the research scholar did lot of things, and that is what last 2 months, they are not able to concentrate on their research. They fully devoted their time for making that event very successful. Thank you very much. And after organizing all those things, what we feel that always we are in a, like, all the time we are in tension whether these student will participate, whether this auditorium we have booked while it will fill up during even the talk of Nobel laureate. And thank you. Basically, I want to thank second year EC student. They even stayed with me at 11 o'clock on 15 December. They enjoyed that abroad online talk of international speaker. And of course, all the students from EC department and other department, they also participated. Thank you very much for your participation and make that event a successful event. And last of all, I would like to thank our management for providing all the support at the 11th hour. Managing all this work at the 11th hour, it's a really challenge. So I would like to call our CLM, Director CLM sir. He only for this conference, he make one process, which is fast track process for us. Anytime we are going for a request, with the help of our Prabhu, Mr. Prabhu, everything is done. So that is our journey starting from 20th November. And today is the closing ceremony of this international conference. I am proudly announcing that after discussing with our head of the department and with the guidance of our respected Dean sir, that we are going to again organize the second edition of electronic and photonic integrated circuit in the same time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words. Now, lastly, for the success of this event, let's have Dr. Swagata Samanta, the convener of EPIC 2022, to say the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everybody. It is my pleasure to give the closing remarks to the International Conference on Electronic and Photonic Integrated Circuits, EPIC 2022. What a joy it was to organize this hybrid event at our own SRM University, Andhra Pradesh, and to be able to welcome eminent speakers from all over the world. I extend heartfelt thanks to all of you. It is fair to conclude that the conference was a great success. So many participants have contributed in so many ways to turn this event into a smoothly running event with very interesting presentations and posters and a very good atmosphere for discussion and networking. I owe much gratitude to the President of SRM University, Andhra Pradesh, Vice Chancellor, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean School of Engineering and Sciences, Registrar, all faculty colleagues, research scholars, non-teaching staffs, IT-CAM director and staffs, media and communication director and staffs, transport, accommodation, and catering team for extending their hands in making our conference a grand success, either directly or indirectly. I thank all the sponsors, Effatronics, ApplyVolt, EduTech, for their interest in the conference. The participants are thanked for their great scientific input and for many fruitful discussions and scientific interaction. Thank you for being with us. Hope to see you next year in the second edition of EPIC. Thank you. Please stand up for our national anthem. Please come on the stage for a group photo. Thank you, sir.